Hi, my name's Jake, and tonight I want to talk about AlienGear's entry into duty holsters with their Rapid Force duty holster. A little bit of background about myself. I'm a deputy sheriff that works in a rural department. I'm our agency's firearms instructor. I've been doing law enforcement for about 10 years. Recently had a chance to look at AlienGear's Rapid Force duty holster for a little bit of testing and evaluation, and want to share my thoughts of what I've experienced so far with it. I've had it for about a week. I'm currently issued a Safariland level 3 duty holster, so I'm going to be comparing it to this since this is what I have and know. One major difference I do want to point out is my Safariland is not set up for an RMR where the AlienGear is. So again, 3 levels of retention, set for a light, and to house a miniaturized optic. I'm going to just call that an RMR because that's what I own and am familiar with. So looking at how it mounts up to a duty belt, just standard leather duty belt. This comes in 3 heights, either a low, mid, or a high ride. This is a mid ride. It does have 3 adjustments for cant. My Safariland does not have that. AlienGear also has a QD system that connects this, so if you have multiple rigs or multiple holsters, you're able to change out pretty easily. On the back, instead of a simple paddle that slides through, it's got 2 tangs that can interact with MOLLE, which I always like. More options, the better. So looking at the different options, AlienGear has made sure there's some customization options for this. Their plunger that activates the hoods, that can be changed out, along with the thumb brake. Those can be changed out, and the height of this thumb guard can be changed. So it'll come with a, these are the thumb guards, or plungers. And they come in a large, medium, small. Same with the thumb brakes. I like that as a department. We have people with smaller hands. I'm one of those people with smaller hands, so it is nice. I can adjust this to maintain a good grip. Safariland, I'm still able to get a good grip with Safariland, but it is a one-size-fits-all. So going over how these retention systems work, it's down on the plunger to release the hoods. And it is a slide lock interface, so it'll interface with the slide and the ejection port to secure the firearm. And then that's defeated with this lever, and then it's just tension in the holster. That varies with how Safariland works. They are a down and forward with the hood, and then same retention with interacting with the ejection port, and that's with this little nub here to release, and then the pressure of it. One other point, AlienGear has kind of a gauge there, an adjustment screw, and that adjusts the overall tension of the holster squeezing on your gun. Safariland offers the same with that adjustment not there. So I have 3 guns on the table. I have a training dummy gun. I have my backup. We're clear. Glock 27 with an RMR on it. And then I have my duty. We're also clear. Glock 22 with a light attached to it. One thing I have come across in my years is not all holsters will accommodate dummy guns, and that does become a bit of a pain when you're trying to do training when the dummy gun won't fit. So it makes some DET scenarios, force on force, a little bit tougher. It's not the smoothest. It's plastic on plastic, so it does bind up from time to time, but it interacts just fine with the dummy gun. So, a little finicky going in, but you're able to do all your drills with the dummy gun, which is great. With my backup, it's not designed. This is set up for a Glock 17 or Glock 22, but since the upper geometry is about the same, it does interact just fine with my baby Glock, and it's not bypassing or not using any retention. It's using all 3 levels of retention. So you can see with an RMR, it has a little bit of a rubber skirt, keep water and debris out, and it's pretty nice. Got a little cutout for the beaver tail grip on that back hood, and it's pretty snug on that. So unless you're rocking a auto sear, it's going to be a fairly nice low profile for you. And then on to the duty gun. It goes in real nice. Has that light. It's going to fit anything that's a similar profile to the Streamlight TLR. So if you got a Surefire or an O-Light or a Glock's own light, it's going to fit. I still have about 1/2 inch in there for that bezel, and there's nothing internal. As you can see, the bottom's opened up, so if you have a light that extends past that, it's going to be fine. You might need to Dremel out this if you have a compensator on your gun, but it should accommodate a threaded barrel that has a compensator on it if you have one of those. As you with Safariland, they keep theirs covered, and folks with compensators, they've had to take heat guns to widen that out. This, you'd probably have to do a little bit of Dremel work, but it's fine. So the retention on this, I'm a bit quicker out of the draw with that, simply because it's more accommodating to gross motor skills. Your purchase area is quite a bit bigger compared to Safariland. It's simpler, it's straight down instead of down and forward, and the thumb brake is quite a bit bigger. So overall, I am a bit quicker coming out of it. What is nice is if you're coming from an ALS retention from Safariland, there's pretty much 0 learning curve going to this. Now, doesn't mean you can just switch them out. You're still going to need to do some training time, do some reps before you start switching gear around. No one ever recommends just switching gear without putting in some memory time. But holster's '1 job is to retain our firearms. That's why we have 3 levels of retention. With Safariland, they have this nice hood. Things are quite a bit smaller, a little bit more compact. And when we've done the force-on-force drills and DT drills of an aggressor trying to take your firearm, it's been very effective to smash that plastic piece over and protect your gun. You're able to really cover up everything quite effectively, protect your gun. I haven't had the chance to do those drills with this guy yet, but it's going to be a similar covering. This thumb guard is a nice anchor point you can get in there. I don't think I've shown on the video yet from this angle. It's a down, rock, and out to get her out. So, a couple strong points on this holster just when comparing directly with Safariland is they weigh about the same, the craftsmanship feels about the same, the polymers feel about the same, so it's definitely, you know, not a cheapy throwaway. It doesn't make this obsolete either. A couple weak points on this is how busy this is does make me nervous. Just the amount of exposed screws, that's just stuff that can rattle loose, and just more points of failure. The dual sway bar is, so there's the hoop here and then your RMR hood, and they're connected by 2 sway bars. And that makes me nervous. If there's some sort of corrosion or dirt, that'll bind up one sway bar where they're not moving together in motion, if that's going to bind up the action. I've noticed if I put side pressure on that, I really can't open up my gun. So good in the sense of defense, bad in the sense of if there's something pressing against it, that might not deploy forward. Or on this guy, I'm down and I can force that 40. And with this being rubber and pliable, not so much. But just something to take into account. My final thoughts on it is definitely take a look. I'm not in the habit of recommending stuff. I just like giving information. But anytime a new company comes to offer competition, I'm all for it. When companies compete, consumers win. Safariland's going to stay innovative. They're going to keep their prices in check when they know there's competition on their heels, and they're coming out with their own innovation. They're keeping their prices down. I also like AlienGear. They're a local company for me. They're based in Post Falls. I've got to talk to them a few times. They're great folks down there. I also like that their training environment's my environment. They're in the same snow and woods and dirt and grime and lakes that I'm in. So I'm inclined to believe that this is going to work in the environment I work in. So definitely take a look. This setup again, duty holster for Glock 22, Glock 17 with lights and RMR. Retails on their website for about $155. I'm not sure what they're going to do for departments or bulk orders, but definitely check them out, give them a call, and try to get your hands on one to check it out yourself. Hopefully I provide some information that's useful for some folks. Thanks for your time, guys.